All right, my ears are plugged. We know. No, it's serious. You can't do nothing around here without plugging your ears. All right, so it's 12:22 p.m. The noise is unfucking believable here. It must be an army of fucking construction freaks out there. They're crawling on roofs. They're digging in the ground. They're everywhere. They never left since before the first homicide started happening in here. And I've typed it and put it into paper. I'm just going to bypass. I've never been anywhere like this in my life. And the sirens, oh no, no way. There's no way that any police or fire department could look into the city government and say, oh yeah, well we have to do that. There's no way, and there's no way any berserk EMT, fire, or police could ever justify riding around, uh, blasting their sirens like they do here. It's just this isn't it is not reality, and you cannot function here without just taking drastic action in your house. And I have said what I do to block out all the noise. And then at this point, the only way to do any of this on YouTube is just to plug your ears. Right now, I don't have to have the sound machine blasting at the same time as I am plugging my ears, but a great amount of the time, if not half of the time, I have to do both. It's just an absolute hopeless situation in the city of Washington, D.C. And what I am supposed to report after the fact, a good 15 minutes or longer, but in the time range of half an hour after the fact, it is still occurring. And I have noticed this, but I'm allowed to report this one incident. I can't talk about anything else at all. When I went into the extra room, I had not been in there for a while. A terrorist jumped up from the extra room above me. Okay, let me say this again. I'm sorry, I'm just too traumatized here. When I went into my extra room after not going in there for quite a while and just sheltering in place in here, man, for reasons I cannot talk about on the internet, I went in there, and as soon as, and everything, I had the sound machine off, and I'm listening, because you do that. You would, if you were me, you would go in there with all ears working. And this is one reason why, is I always hear things. So this is one reason why. It's a barefoot terrorist jumped up as soon as I was in there and went over towards my door and started clinking on some of my dishes that are in my tub. Okay, because people know I use the tubs. I carry them into the bathroom. I'm a fucking hostage in Washington, D.C. No self-respecting woman does her dishes in the bathroom and never leaves her house. All right, so when I was over there, they jumped up and raced over barefoot and sprinted and ran. And I couldn't hear them where they ran to after that. Now you can assume it's the bathroom on floor 3. They're thinking I'm going in there. Or they're standing somewhere waiting to nefariously fucking assault me in the house, which is all the shit I've been reporting ever since before the first homicides. I witnessed in here 3 fucking years ago, 3.5 years ago. I've been here for 4 in a handful of months. And the murders started in October of 2020. It is really sad. I tried so hard to get work. I tried so hard to get someone else to rent to me. Just the Americans, I really wonder what the fuck happened to them, man. I couldn't get dishwashing jobs. I talk about this a lot. And I can't talk about this at all. I even went to interviews, physically presented myself for interviews. And they still wouldn't hire me to be a dishwasher. Like, you're standing there and they're still rejecting you. There's something wrong with Americans, and nobody's disagreeing at this point, okay? And I didn't do justice. I want to say this, I really can't. But I didn't do justice with my resumes I posted online with my restaurant experience. No. But if you ever want to talk to me in real life, or I can do a YouTube or some sort of other platform, because YouTube's really, really nefarious. YouTube tried to attack our sovereign territory for Vladimir Putin. YouTube in Silicon Valley very well knows that they are, and did. They knows the YouTube staff, what they're involved in. They know. Okay? They know they need a defense attorney. They know there's no playing games and pretending you didn't do it, YouTube. Pretending you're not doing it now, YouTube. I hope the money was good for you because it cost you your lives, YouTube. All right? It's capital punishment to attack your sovereign territory for invading foreign government. Some of the people at YouTube will be hung for treason. I can't believe these politicians throwing these punishments around to get these psychotics in our population riled up so they can go buy more guns at Walmart. Treason is a real offense, and there are real punishments for that. And it got thrown around, that word, like toilet paper in my country. Just thrown around and thrown around. And the other word that got thrown around, which is appalling, is genocide. For the survivors of genocide in Rwanda, Africa, and the survivors of genocide in the Jewish society, throwing around the word genocide is so appalling. Even to someone like me, it's appalling. And that's all these sons of guns did. These white and Arab attackers, enemies, did. That's all they're doing right now as they snort a big fat line of crystal meth up their nose with fentanyl. They're fucking hooked here, dude. You can see it. It's visible. Look at my ears are plugged. I'm going way off now. I can't be talking about anything. Heidi can never talk about anything in here. No, not even anything in her own country, her own life, her own house. Nothing can she say. Just plug her ears and report that there's someone running around barefoot, sprinting upstairs over her head. I thought this person up there died and went out in a plastic fucking bag. So who's up there? Goodbye. There's a terrorist up there racing around. That's what I'm supposed to report. Goodbye.